We are all avatars from different places using the 3D world in this reality, on this planet, in this concept, in this context, to experience things, Lapar. I'm a seed from another place using and animating this physical body to share these messages, Lapar. You too. So if you start seeing ninjas, mercenaries, or martial arts of any sort in your life, any form of power being expressed physically in combat, this is your inner shadow calling you, Lebar. It is calling you to recognize that you need to be more sovereign in mind. Many ideas are born in the dark, Lebar, and they are expressed physically in the light with your execution. But your execution was not spoken about before it happened. Because the dark is still the dark. There still needs to be respect there. You understand? That is why when you leak your ideas out early to people who were not given the liberty of connecting to those timelines, you are leaking those energies, Lebar. And you will feel it yourself. You will feel like you are a loser, you are a coward, you are whatever. After you share an idea with somebody, it is because that's what they think when they interact with your idea, with your shadow's energy. Your shadow is an executioner. It plans in the dark, Lebar. When you have an idea and you start moving accordingly, you become cunning, don't you? Yes. 21:44 on the time. So, Leparalak or 2144 on the clock. You are an avatar for these energies, Lepara. That's why you can channel them, chosen ones. Whether you do it clairaudiently like me, taking their voices in, right? Sometimes I take their voices in. It helps me sometimes, especially that. It makes me understand my clairaudient ability and what I can do with it. And you guys see me doing this a lot. I do poetry. I try to sing vocals I can't reach. I literally express my authenticity with what I'm receiving right there at the moment. I'm not faking it or anything like that. Because they are watching me. They are watching you. You feel the manifestation observing you also. Like your manifestations are also observing you. That's why you feel like you're being watched. Yes, you know that something has to listen to you. You know, Leparalaga, you know that something has to listen to your inner, deepest, darkest thoughts. And darkest meaning the shadow, Baba. Mama, the shadow must be heard, chosen ones. You must listen to that part of you that wants the best for yourself, but you don't want to tell your husband. You don't want to tell your wife. You don't want to tell your lover. You don't even want to post about it. You don't even want to go on Google there or Bing or Yahoo search and search about the idea. You feel like the world is looking at you. You feel like speaking it aloud, your phone will record you. That is why it starts sending you ads of the things you were talking to by yourself. You understand? Your phones are listening. They want to customize ads to the verbal content you normally project. It's a good marketing strategy. You can't blame them. It's their products, the Paralag. Maybe your country's not producing their own. That's why you don't have security. That's why people know what you're going to do as a politician. It is because you're not secure. You didn't invent any of these systems for your country. But that's another topic for another day, chosen one. I am just saying right now that the depth of your spirit right now is uncanny because maybe we all don't fathom how big of an idea this is. And it's an idea because some ideas exist. You are an idea that exists. That's somehow out there. There's a spirit that's controlling your avatar and you call it subconscious, superconscious. Because you're now aware that you've gone to a sense of you recognize who's actually the player in the game. You are no longer the player. You are the player now playing the game, Lebar. And you know it. You know that at any moment in time you can collapse just like that and go back to wherever you came from. Reincarnate somewhere else. Who knows? Maybe it's instantaneous. Maybe you fall today and tomorrow you're in another vessel being born. In a dumpster there or in somebody's arms. Who knows? But you will come back. Especially if your soul's evolution doesn't end. Like so long as you miss being here, so long as you have credits for this world, you will come back, Lebar. That's why many of you, when you wake up, you start remembering your past. It's because you've been here, Labar. You are here to repeat that lesson again, that you need to detach. You need to detach. Don't give the credit to this life. Like, if you are here, and the one thing you're gonna miss about this world is fucking and screwing around, gambling, loving, being in a family, being a friend. Like, if you miss anything from this world, those are your credits. You'll come back and you'll pay them by experiencing it. You have to experience why you missed that relationship. You have to experience why you missed that friend. You have to experience the things you yearn for, Lebar. Because that's your promise in life. Meaning, the cause is you blending on how you miss being there. And the effect is you coming back and living the things you yearn for. That's literally what's going on, Lebaralak. Because there's an avatar called you right now. And it's being managed, being given animation by something out there. So when you listen to a reader give you messages about someone, or they are talking about species that you've never seen in the physical world that we're living in, that is because it's not them, the person, the avatar that's talking. It's an entity from somewhere, Lebaralaga, using us as players. Why do you think we are all committed to creating simulation games everywhere? Simulation training. Who is giving us those ideas? Somebody out there is controlling us. We are a simulation, Lebar. And they need us to create more of ourselves also here in this world. We are literally replicating what they know. That's why we create these machines, chosen ones. These machines are not new to us physically. They are known to us spiritually, because energetically we come from somewhere. And from somewhere we are reincarnating those things here. That's why people come up with keywords like sci-fi. Humanity has recognized there are some things that are too uncanny, too alien-like for this world. But we bring it here anyway. We invent anyway. Because the shadow says, keep quiet. I want to be the only avatar that gains more value in this simulation. So somebody is playing you out there. Your spirit is playing you. And at the same time, your own spirit makes your avatar leave traces of itself with hermetic laws, with Gnostic ways of living, with archetypes that it creates in these dualities. So that when you wake up, you can remember that you are still an avatar. This is why you get super depressed when you wake up. It's because you realize you are here and you still can't escape. Jesus didn't escape until he manifested a reality, a timeline where he was crucified. That's why you can't care about Jesus, guys. He allowed it to happen. He knew the timeline is coming. That's why he needed the 40 days and 40 nights before it happened. He needed to make peace with the fact that he doesn't want to come back here again. He doesn't want to miss anybody. He doesn't want to cry for anybody. He wants to just go so that he doesn't come back here again. You need 40 days, Lepara. If the doctor tells you you have 2 years left, give yourself 40 days. Stay away from your family. Go rent a house somewhere. Detach as best as you can. In fact, live somewhere else. Just like a dog when it's about to leave the earth. It goes in the wilderness by itself. Or it finds a corner within your house where it can go at ease. That's why you find it dead in places that are awkward. Behind the door, in the bathroom. Or underneath something hidden in the house. Somewhere where you will hardly look. The basement. The wardrobe at the corner there. Until it starts thinking. You understand? You need your 40 days and 40 nights, Lepar. The day you realize your time is up, you will have to be like your own ancestral father, Lebar. His bloodline, he needed the 40 days and 40 nights to detach, Lebar, to detach from this world, so that, I wonder why this is channeling in me. I've never thought of this archetype, Yeshua, Jesus, like this. But it's nice to comprehend, right? That to prevent yourself coming back here and experiencing things you don't want to experience again, forgive them, Lepara. Let them go. Forgive that ex. Forgive that job. Forgive yourself. Let it go. It happened. You are here because before you wanted to go further, you missed sex. That's why you came back here to experience it. You missed smoking. That's why you came back here. You missed preaching. You missed loving. You missed playing. You missed something and you came back to fulfill those things. You need your 40 days and 40 nights. So sometimes isolation is the best thing you can do to evolve, Lepar. Do you want to come back here again?